You know what I think about trans people? I don't. Well, not until one of you fools brings them up, which is, well, a lot. So now I have some thoughts. Yeah, I can't even have a conversation about climate science or tax policy without having to answer your questions about how I feel about transgender swimmers, as if that has anything to do with those topics. First off, for us to have a productive conversation, we would have to agree that specific words have specific meanings and that the word sex and the word gender do not mean the same thing. See, sex, that is that biological piece, that very matter of fact penis or vagina. But gender, those are our concepts of what it means to be male or female, masculine or feminine. My concept of gender, that's why I wash my dogs that have penises in Dog of the Wood shampoo and dogs that have vaginas in honeysuckle shampoo. Can't have the boy dogs smelling like girl dogs and the girl dogs smelling like boy dogs. But to be honest, I don't think they care. Maybe they're trans. Who knows? And you'll, of course, beat this book to death when it comes to trying to find ways to persecute trans people, even though it says nothing explicitly about trans people. It does, however, have a lot to say about being kind, loving your neighbor, helping the poor, feeding the hungry. But what do we get from you when it comes to talking about that stuff? Yeah. But you don't want to accept that these words have different meanings because you and I both know that if we got past this topic, you'd have nothing left to talk about. And you guys love your hypotheticals, don't you? Well, if a trans person tries to use the bathroom with my kid, I'm gonna, if it was really a problem, guys, it wouldn't always be hypothetical. And the truth is that you and your kid have used public restrooms with trans people numerous times. You just didn't know it. And to think that people go through all of that effort to transition to a different gender just so they can get into a public bathroom and diddle children, seems unnecessary when you consider that there are these files being kept from us that implicate all kinds of wealthy men and women in a massive child diddling ring, including the President of the United States of America. And I'm not aware of anyone implicated in those files that transitioned. Yeah, they just went and diddled kids. And no, children are not getting transgender surgery without parental consent. I want you to consider two very simple things. An operation like that would need to be paid for. So who is paying for it? George Soros has got to be running out of money at this point. And I wonder what would happen to a doctor who performs a transgender surgery on a minor without parental consent. They definitely only do it once because they would lose their medical license and get locked up. If you just slow down and think, it would be pretty easy to realize that the bullshit flowing from your lips is just that. Bullshit. And remember that the laws written to persecute trans people, the same laws will be used to persecute you. It's a template. They just scratched through trans and put in a new demographic. Now I got some work to do, so I'm going to go and spend the rest of my day not thinking about trans people, unless one is standing right in front of me. And in that moment, I'll probably just give them a hug. All right, give me a follow or don't. Peace.